So, imagine 2019, December, 1 year ago, I decided to start my YouTube channel. Back then, I spent 6 months trying to learn how to vlog, learn how to film, learn how to edit, and things like that. And after those 6 months, in December, I decided to start my YouTube channel in January of 2020. But one thing I struggled with really hard was what type of camera should I use. So back then I was struggling to find the camera I should use for my vlogging style, my YouTube style videos. I watched a lot of YouTube videos about buying camera gear, but I didn't get a specific concrete answer. Let's take a seat and let's talk for a minute. So when I started out in December of 2019, I didn't start out with the Canon EOS RP I'm shooting right now. I had 3 cameras. I started out with my Canon 3000D, which was my photography camera for a while, and I really enjoyed that camera. That's one of those cameras that is legendary to me. And after that, when I wanted to switch over to videography, I tried several cameras. I tried out the 6D Mark I and I tried out the Sony a7 III. So I tried out several cameras before I even got to the Canon EOS RP. And looking back, now it's much easier to find a camera because I now know how to look for a camera. But when I started out, I didn't know how to look for the right camera to use. So in this video, I'm going to give you guys some small tips you can use, you can apply to yourself when you are searching for a new camera. So let's do that. So, one thing I want to talk about is overthinking, because when I was starting out getting new camera gears, I was overthinking the process a lot because I didn't want to buy the wrong camera or a bad camera. I couldn't make up my mind which one I needed to buy because I was just overthinking it too much. So for the people out there who are new to this space, who are new to buying camera gear, one thing I want to give you guys is when you are searching for a new camera body, don't overthink it too much. Because the majority of cameras on the market are freaking amazing. Obviously there are cameras better than others, but for the majority of the cameras they are freaking amazing. Don't overthink it too much, because I did it and I was surfing the internet for 3 weeks just to get the right camera, or at least to guess which camera is great. So there are great cameras out there, just don't overthink it. But for now, don't overthink it. So guys, please, I can't stress it enough, don't overthink it, because I did the same. I spent like 3 weeks just figuring out which camera I wanted to buy just because I was overthinking it. So guys, please, don't overthink it. Speaking of December, it's almost Christmas. When you guys see this video, it will be the day before Christmas or maybe on Christmas Day. I don't try to upload on Christmas Day because I don't want to distract you guys. If you are seeing this on Christmas Day, Merry Christmas. I hope you have a great and healthy Christmas in 2020, because we all deserve that this year. Because 2020 wasn't very positive for all of us, so Merry Christmas. Let's talk about step 2 and step 2.5. So first thing first, when you are going onto the internet and try to find a camera, make sure that you know what you want to do with the camera. So in my specific, make sure to give myself as an example, I wanted to start out with vlogging style videos. So I knew I wanted to make vlogs. So that was clear to me. Making vlogs is the thing I want to do. The second thing is make a criteria list. Make a list of the specs you want to have inside of the camera. For example, I wanted to have 24 frames per second. I didn't really care about 4K. I didn't really care about 120 frames per second. I did care about the flip out screen. I needed a flip out screen. So those 4 things were the specs I needed to have inside of the camera. So I narrowed down my list to those 4 things. And so after I knew knew what I wanted to do, and after the criteria list, that was the moment I went onto the internet and tried to find all of those criteria in one camera. I eventually did, which is the Canon EOS RP right now. So make sure it's clear to yourself what you want to do, and make sure you make a criteria list. If you do that, you're on the right path to find the right camera for you. So the third tip for you guys I have is make sure you experiment with different types of cameras. And what do I mean by that? When you don't experiment with different types of cameras, you can't figure out properly which one you want to use, because you have a criteria list, you know what you want to do, but you haven't actually tried out different types of cameras. Look at me, for instance. I used the 6D Mark I and I used the Sony a7 III before I even got to the Canon EOS RP. If I didn't do that, I would never come to my conclusion to buy the Canon EOS RP. So make sure you experiment with different types of cameras, and you can do it in different types of ways. You can just buy the camera up front and just try it out, and if it doesn't fit your needs, you can always return it. But you can also rent out a camera for a couple of days and look if the camera is good enough for you and you actually like the camera before you buy it. But make sure you experiment with different types of cameras, so you have different types of experiences, so you know which one feels great and which one doesn't. So make sure to experiment with different types of cameras, so you have different types of experiences, so you know which one fits your needs and which one doesn't. So the reason I didn't chose for the Sony a7 III and the Canon EOS RP, the Canon 6D Mark I, is not because those cameras are bad, because those cameras are amazing. But the reason I use the Canon EOS RP over those two cameras is just because my enjoyment with this camera is amazing. It has nothing to do with the specs, but just how easy this camera makes me do the things I want to do. And shooting with the Canon EOS RP makes it so easy, which makes it much more enjoyable. Your enjoyment with the camera is also important. You have to enjoy the camera, you have to enjoy shooting with the camera. If you don't enjoy shooting with the camera, even though it's spec'd out, the chances are high you might sell the camera because it just doesn't feel right. So what is your opinion about enjoying your camera when you are shooting? Do you think it's something you are experiencing as well, or do you think that has nothing to do with making videos? Let me know in the comment section down below. I'm curious to know. So let me know your opinion about enjoyability of the camera, and if that has any effect of you making videos. I'm really curious about that. With that being said, I think this is the last video of 2020. I want to make another video next week, or dropping it next week, but I am not sure if I have the time to do it because of Christmas. I will try my best, but I have no idea if I will manage to get another video. But if I can't bring out another video, I wish you guys a Merry Christmas, a Happy Christmas, and a safe Christmas. Enjoy every single moment of it, every single second of it. So with that being said, I see you guys in the next video in 2021. I have no idea. If you like this video, make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe, and become part of the community where we talk about photography, videography, gear, and vlogging. Occasionally vlogging, because I want to vlog more in the future. So with that being said, leave a comment down below what you thought about the video, and see you guys in 2020 or 2021, I don't know, but I see you guys pretty soon.